Now, the light heavyweight division. They got, it's already been official. Dana White announced that be Israel Adesanya fighting Jan Blachowicz for the light heavyweight
Let's
title.
talk about this too. Yeah.
Now, check this out, bro.
You too.
I honestly think, I honestly think, look, Jan Blachowicz is a badass. I mean, he knocked out Dominic Reyes. I always forget Dominic Reyes' name. Dominic Reyes gave John Jones like the biggest challenge of his career.
Mm-hmm.
For real, some people think Dominic Reyes won that fight.
Tattoo, right?
Huh? No.
Tattoo.
No. No, you thinking of Thiago Silva? Thiago Silva, yeah. Big dude with tattoos. But I'm not talking about him. But he did give John Jones run for his money too. The only thing that stopped him, the only thing that messed him up was that he hurt his leg in that fight and it slowed him down. He couldn't move. And if that didn't happen, I feel like he would have beat Jones. And I think that's one reason Jones been leaving. He left the light heavyweight division because he sees all this good talent. He sees talent like Jan Blachowicz. He saw it like in his last couple fights. He's like, damn, like John Jones. I know John Jones must feel like, man, these guys are catching up to me. They're like, you know. So John Jones relinquished his title. Now when he relinquished his title, I'm like, man, I'm not really feeling like watching the light heavyweight division because we paying attention to the light heavyweight division just to see who's gonna beat Jones.
True.
But now since somebody else has a title, Jan Blachowicz has a title, he's strong, he's knocking out guys. Like he's a good champion right now for light heavyweight division. But if he's gonna fight Israel, I feel like because you know how Israel and John Jones is beefing. If Israel beats Jan Blachowicz, becomes a 2-belt champion. He'd be middleweight and light heavyweight champion. I would love that because that could tempt John Jones to come back to that division to fight Israel Adesanya. That would be a big money maker.
It'd be crazy.
Big money maker. Biggest
It'd be
pay-per-view ever. I swear.
I don't know about ever.
Nah, it'll be biggest pay-per-view
pretty close
of
to ever.
all-time MMA.
Okay, I'm with it.
I'm telling you that right now.
I won't disagree because they both are GOATs, and that fight is a super fight. That's bigger than could be the GSP for sure.
That's a big ass super, and it's a fight that.
What I'm gonna put on it, it go like this for me. Israel and Jan Blachowicz, whatever his name. Blachowicz. I'm messing up his name. I apologize. I'm terrible with names. Great at faces. Jan's gonna get this man a run for his money. This will probably be Israel's toughest test to date. I say that because if you go back and look at Jan's like highlights, this nigga got so much accuracy and power, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
For the way his body is, he strikes like a motherfucking animal. He hit this man with an up from left arm. Didn't even, you know how like everybody's talking about that boxer who went like and hit my man in Rocky? That was beautiful. Great. I forgot his name. But Jan did the same thing. This is UFC. So that boxer who hit him with the up, I was telling people the whole time, the way this man upped him, that boxer, I said that's not a boxing up. That's like he knows some martial arts of some sort. Mm-hmm. That's not how niggas like. Cause that's what everybody kept telling me. They're like, he ain't even step and do this. I'm like, they're like, how? Like, everybody kept saying how. I'm like, how? He's not a straight boxer. He's done some sort of martial arts in his life. Like if any martial artist knows, you can generate power certain different ways, and that's what he did. That's why it looked so unorthodox and it impressed everybody because he didn't like step in, move his shoulder, hit his hip, and come up. He just kind of was like standing square with the man. He took the little jab, kind of took it, but like, you know, blocked at the same time, and just went. And he generated all that power from his hip and his shoulder, basically, right? He basically kind of winded it up without winding it up and just unleashed that shit, right? Like, shit was crazy. Same thing with Jan. So that's how you know that man's not a straight boxer, but he knows how to box. Beautiful, great. Good for the man. Now, imagine Jan doing this, but Jan added a two-piece while the man was on the floor, and it was accurate like ain't nobody ever seen before. Like Jan went, the dude was doing something. Jan went, so pow, and it was quick. It wasn't even a full like it wasn't a full all the way through. It was like he knew he was tagging him right there. Like nigga, it was basically an up that it was an up jab, cause he knew what he was doing. It wasn't like I'm about to rock and shit. It was more like nigga pow, and he went pow. Dude fell right on the button, and while dude's on the ground, and you know most fighters jump on him. He didn't even jump on him. He just did two accurate jabs. He went sa sa like hard as fuck. Go back and watch it, people. He went hard as fuck. Sa sa. Dude just took 2 hits while he's on the ground like this, right? And Jan just run straight past him because he knew this man's dead, and the ref jumped in immediately. But that kind of accuracy from this one man, Israel's in it. And then, not to mention, Jan also tapped somebody out from a standing position. He didn't give a fuck. It was like that. He tapped this man out like he caught him off guard in a high school fight. Like, come here, I'm gonna fucking choke you out. And he did it and really choked this man out. There was no games played. He went, like, dude started throwing his punches. He kind of moved the punches out the way and grabbed him. Once he got this under his chin, he knew it. He caught it, squeezed for dear life, just leaned back a little bit, standing up, full position. He didn't fall until the ref tapped him out. When the dude went and the ref let him go, he fell. The guy who got tapped out didn't even fall. He fell because he was leaning back and holding so tight on the man. This is going to be Israel's toughest fight to date. And I hate to say that to Israel, but it will be. And that's really all I got to say about that, bro.
I feel like, in a lot of ways, yeah, because I feel like Jan Blachowicz, he would have gave John Jones a run for his money.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Yeah, right now, I say John is running.
Yeah.
John running from
the whole division.
Right.
Yeah, because Israel's down there too.
If Israel can beat
cold ass motherfucker.
John Blachowicz, man, this is gonna be a whole.
Oh, it's gonna be something fierce. Now listen, just to give you a quick prediction, I do want Israel to win this fight. I really do. He has to actually, because if you beat Anderson Silva and to do it the way I low key wish Israel would have fought Anderson now as his ending fight to more end it out, because the way Israel fought Anderson was the way he should have went out.
I'm listening. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But you everything that you said about Uriah Hall was completely right. So like I said, I can see that now. Like you right, that makes hella sense, right? Why not? He does really low key have something to prove. But I really do wish Israel would have came through and fought this man now instead of then. But to get back to Jan just has so much accuracy, and that's what I'm just nervous for Israel on that part. But I know Israel has accuracy, but sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes Israel will step out too humble. And I get why, but he can't do it with Jan.
What do you mean he steps out too humble?
Like, he has more tools in his arsenal than he really shows. And that was proven when he fought Anderson Silva. And that's why I said I wish he would have fought Anderson now instead of then. Because when him and Anderson fought, they did some shit and you were like, oh shit, this shit is about to turn. But Israel didn't follow it. And so Anderson was just like, what? You know what I'm saying? And that's when Anderson started trying to tell me, come on, like, fight me. And Israel was like, no, I don't want to fight the GOAT like that. And you know, moving around and shit. So that's all I got to say, bro.
I got you.